ate. It took some time before I decided to create this video because I've been thinking a lot of things that I want to share. It took a lot of brainstorming. Today I will be talking about the hows and whys of becoming a Filipino English teacher in Japan. How? It was December 2017. I was in Japan to celebrate my birthday and Christmas. One day, my cousins went to the immigration office in Tokyo and they met this group of Filipino people who told them that they're looking for English teachers for their school, for their company. So my cousins, they sent me a message instantly. I'm like, you should apply for this job. I'm like, there's no way possible that I can apply for the job because I'm not an English teacher in any way possible. So I'm like, they told me about it and convinced me. I'm like, okay, let's fill out that online application form. So and the following day I got a response. They want me to do an interview with them on the 8th of January because that was when we were exchanging that first few emails. It was the 24th of December and they're going to have a winter vacation. Fast forward, interview day, 8th of January, that was a Monday. The interview process, they asked me to prepare for 3 parts of the interview. First part would be just the, usual. They'd be asking you about your job experiences and stuff like that. Second part would be an interview with a Japanese person from their office, and they clarified that right at the beginning that it won't affect your application process. It's just for them to gauge your Japanese ability, your Japanese skills, which I barely have before. Even now, I'm not good at Japanese. Japanese is not required for the most part. They clarify that right at the beginning. It's not necessary for most of the openings or for most of the jobs. So, for all of you who are worried to come to Japan because I might not have enough Japanese skills, don't worry much. As long as the company states that you don't need Japanese skills or good Japanese skills, you're good. But at least try to study because you'll be going to a country where Japanese is the native language. English is widely used, but there are some areas like the countryside where English isn't really helpful. So Japanese is still of the utmost need. So going back, the third part would be a demo lesson. And there's another small part of it which is just more of a situational interview, kind of interview. And demo, 5-minute demo, you have to teach. You have to pretend as if you're teaching 5-year-old students who doesn't know like 0 to 20% English ability. And then last one was situational, a situational kind of interview. So it's like, for example, you have one fellow teacher who doesn't like to socialize. What are you gonna do with her? Like, how can you handle her? Like, for someone who has experienced a lot of different personalities from my professional career in the past, I think my answer was, I'll let him or her be. I mean, not everyone wants to reach out, not everyone wants to socialize. So if you force yourself or if you force someone to talk to you, I think it's invading others' privacy and others' rights. So let them be. If there's an opportunity to talk with them, then go for it. But forcing yourself to someone, I don't think it's a good idea. Finished everything. And so at the end of the interview, I asked like how I did with the interview, and they said, you're okay. Like, we liked how you presented yourself, so we think you're a good candidate and you're a good fit for the position. But then they said there are 2 possibilities. It's either I'll get the offer the same week for the job, or I'll have another interview with the area coordinator. And that's what happened. Wednesday, they sent me an email in the morning only to ask me if I'm available to do the interview in the afternoon of that same day, which is Wednesday. I'm like, okay. Same Japanese person liked my interview. It's like more of just a confirmation, kind of a formality for the previous interview that I did. So Friday of the same week, I got the confirmation email. I got the job. I had to accomplish some documents like, of course, school papers like transcript of records, diploma, birth certificates, copies of passports, and what else? Health insurance check. And so I did all of that. Fast forward, 2nd of February, I came to Japan. And yes, I left everything again at home. I left my job, which I'm really comfortable and I'm really happy doing with. I decided to leave because for the fact that I want to give my family a better life. I want to give them more than what I'm giving. Anyways, so yeah, I arrived to Japan 2nd of February and then I sent them my entry stamp and so they can process my working visa and all of the required. Well, I have forwarded all of the documents already, even before leaving the Philippines. So they're just waiting for the entry stamp. Um, after 3 weeks, yeah, I got an email from them saying that, your working visa is out. You have to pick it up from the office and then take it to the immigration office to have it processed to a residence card. So in my case, I didn't have a working visa stamp on my passport, but automatically they processed my working visa right away, which is a residence card. So they have given me a residence card. Instructor's visa is the name of the visa. In Japan, they have lots and heaps of classifications of visa. So for assistant language teachers, that's the kind of visa that you will have. Orientation day, um, it was like for 4 days. The orientation was for 4 days, and on the last day, that's when they told us of like where we're going to work. So I was given a public junior high school in Omitama City. It's a small school, 200 students or so. First day blues. It's a nice school. Everyone was really friendly. Right away, you would feel. I think if there's any similarity with Japanese and Filipino people, it's the hospitality. You feel the warmth. You feel the welcoming of everyone. They're just all smiles and just very nice to you from students, teachers, and everyone. So, when I did my Jiko Shokai, or in English, it's the self-introduction part, I told them I'm from the Philippines. And when I told them that, and when I say that, the looks on their faces were just, Philippines? Doko? Doko means where. I drew the map of the Philippines and I drew Japan on the other side. I'm like, this is Japan, this is the Philippines. You have to go to the Philippines by plane. It's like 4 hours and then you'll be in the Philippines. I'm like, oh, okay. That's like a typical Japanese reaction. I enjoyed the entire experience. They invited me with all school activities, school occasions, even teachers' drinking party. It was a really fun experience. For me, it was very heartwarming. Not because I know I have imparted knowledge with the students, but because I learned. I learned a lot of things. And learning for me makes you a better person. It adds up to your knowledge. It adds up to what you know. It adds up to your experiences. But I made sure that at the end of the day, I tried to be the best person that I can be. Because I know the moment I stepped into the school, I already represent not just the Philippines, but also foreigners. Yeah, I did my best. I tried my best. graduation day came. It was sad. You know, Japanese people are really, really affectionate, especially the kids. They've given me flowers, they've given me cards saying their thank yous, messages that are really, really just, tear jerkers, I'd say. Some of them. It made me cry because I just imagined how I touched the lives of these people, of these students, how I changed how they see English as a language, how they use English to communicate to the world. Because sometimes, when they hear something in English, they just laugh at. It was a nice experience. And it didn't end there. It didn't end there because until now, the things that I learned from that experience, I still use it. Because I'm still an English teacher now. Just not in the same school. I decided to leave. And now, this is the why part. The why I decided to become an English teacher in Japan. I think the only reason is family. Family. The love for family. Because I wanted to have a good life with my family. And I know that if I'll go to Japan, pay is better. Just like hundreds of thousands of Filipinos all over the world. It's family. It's the love for family. It's tough. It was difficult. But you have to do a lot of sacrifices. You have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to face the challenges alone. You have to stand on your own because you want to give your family a better life. The life that they think would make them happy. This is not drama or some sort of cry story. It's just me wanting to send a message that if you are not well driven, if you're someone who wants to come to Japan to teach, this is a fair warning. Do it with love, at least with love, of wanting to at least change how the students perceive using English as a language. Just at least try to make the most out of the experience. We have different reasons, but do the teaching job with pure love. Enjoy it. Working with Japanese kids is really, really so much fun. They're very, very inquisitive. And that's the hows and whys of becoming Filipino English teachers. So for all of you who are watching this video right now, if you want to come to Japan, please do so. For any other reason, maybe explore Japan, or maybe at the back of your mind you want to try teaching in Japan, please do so. But I only have one favor to ask. Love the job, because that's when you will start to enjoy it. That's when the kids would have the real experience of learning English. That's when they would appreciate English, and that's when I think they would start to use it effectively to communicate and to have a better understanding of how important English is. So to all of you who are watching this video, thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you for sparing 20 minutes of your time watching this video. I appreciate it. And if you think I have shared something that you can use, I hope you can share this with your friends. Questions, suggestions, anything, leave it on the comments down below. And please, I hope you can subscribe to my channel. This is just one of the series that I am trying to create for those who are interested to becoming an English teacher in Japan. So thank you again. Thank you, and please subscribe on my channel. Bye bye. See you next time.